Hello everyone. Today I will talk about artifacts, and for the first time I am doing something called tier list. Yes, for 4 categories, and I know this may upset some people. I don't know, for some reason people get upset every time when someone is making tier list. So well, am I really risking it? I can say that I do enjoy when I upset someone, so I'm not risking anything. So today I will try to, it's tough, I will try to organize it in 4 different categories, and you will see what I have in mind soon enough, because it is simple. It is very simple when it comes to main perk. It's easy. You have 6 weapons, you have 6 armors. That means it is really easy to sort out 6 main perks for weapons and 6 main perks for armor. And then things are getting complicated for additional perks. Okay, you will see why. Because some of them are only in weapon, some of them are only in armor, and some of them are both. So those who are in both categories, I need to grade 2 times. Because, for example, let's say that I value that save, and that save appears both in weapon and in armor. But in weapon, for example, what if I have something interesting like skip turn chance? Then I will value skip turn chance over that save, yes? But in the armor, if there is no so many interesting things, then that save could be higher in the tier list. You will see soon enough. Let's not complicate. Let's go into tier list without any complicating, and let's do number 1, weapon main perk. Nice and easy. And by the way, this one is the easiest for me, because in my opinion they appear, in my opinion they are graded just in the order as they appear. Support attack chance, single target damage, double blow, AoE attack damage, ability gambit, counter attack chance. Just by accident, coincidence, I graded them in exactly same order. So support attack chance. How do I do this? First time using this app. Press and hold and then drag. Okay. I would put support attack chance on top spot, S tier, because I'm using it on so many different characters over both of my accounts, and when I was setting up my wife's account, I used many support attack chance weapons, simply because they are great even if you put it on damage dealer, and they are great if you put it on support units, healers. Support attack chance can work on anyone. Okay, imagine, for example, let's use as example healer. It's obvious that healer, for example Piki, she doesn't need single attack damage, and she certainly doesn't need AoE attack damage boost, because she is not damage dealer. So she can profit the most with support attack chance and with some goodies, substats under it, and she can provide value from it. Okay, but that doesn't mean that someone very strong cannot profit from it. Let's say Banshee, for example. Imagine you're playing Nightmare and you're attacking with, I don't know, someone who doesn't do damage. For example, Diana, okay? You are attacking someone with Diana, and then Banshee suddenly joins in with support attack, and she finished the target. Imagine target is almost full of HP, Diana just touch it, and then she joins in and kills it, okay? So support attack can be very powerful on everyone. So even damage dealers can be very good, but of course, if you have, for example, in this case, I'm using single target damage on Banshee, and I'm hoping to get ability gambit for her, but let's not digress. She can use support damage just as well. Any damage dealer can use support attack. So support attack is weapon for everyone. It can be good on everyone, and therefore I'm putting it as S tier. Let's move to another single target damage. I will also put it in S tier because single target is the common way I would say for focusing on someone. You know, if fight is long and you spend your AoE, most of the time you will do single target. And let's face it, most of the single target skills are the ones that are doing true damage. AoE is nice, AoE is always nice, I know. But most of the time, in my opinion, single target damage is the way how you get the job done. So I would say it is very lucky. A few days ago I saw my clan member getting gold Fang one after another. It was it's amazing, it's great, because you can put it also on so many different heroes. And by the way, I will do follow-up video. Today I will just do tier list, and next time I will start to do separate videos for every faction, especially for Nightmare factions, and I will do separate video for Cloud Wanderers and their artifacts, and Witches and their artifacts, and Assassins and their artifacts, and so on, you know, because I already tried to record video about artifacts and I talked more than hour and a half, and then I deleted everything because it was boring, it was chaos, it was not organized. I deleted it all, it was not interesting, and now I'm doing it differently. So let's do tier list today, and in future videos, I will follow up soon enough. We will discuss everything for each faction, okay? So for now, I believe single target damage is amazing, and I like, when I see it, I like to get it very much. Double blow is the next one. I believe it is A tier. It is very good. It is great weapon, because there are so many characters where you are using basic on purpose. You are using basic. So let's remind everyone what the, no, not here, what the double blow is about. You can see here, how can I get description? No description here, no. Okay, let's use filter, and let's, maybe if I press here, okay. When using the basic ability, there is a certain chance that this ability will activate a second time. And for example, I like double blow on Ghoul. You would be surprised But I like it so much because I use basic very often, and I like the chance that he attacks again and that he proc his sleep debuff. Just as I like it on Devourer. I'm using now it is the time to give you a warning about something. There is a thing called friendly fire. This is the reason why I'm using basic very often with Devourer, because on his second skill he deals damage to all other allies. And while doing so, he's distributing, you see, these buff benches and healing benches. Imagine when my own Devourer put healing benches on my own team. It happens. So, I'm very often, after I sleep is safe, third skill is safe. After I use mass sleep, I'm using basic until Arcade protects my team from my own Devourer, and then I'm free to use second skill without harming myself. So, you see, his basic is amazing. Sometimes he hit the target, let's say it's opening of the fight, and sometimes I open with basic. I have my reasons against assassins why I sometimes open with basic on Willow, because at the beginning she's not hidden yet, and I would like to slow her down. And sometimes he hit her, and then she resists sleep. She doesn't get sleep, and then he hits her again, and then she gets sleep. You see, I have double chance. Just like with Ghoul and sleep, I have double chance to proc slow. And if slow is important for me, this double blow is amazing. So, yeah, and I could go on and on. With Void Gunner, I was using double blow to tackle some levels of Stone Golem. And of course, I will mention that again in separate video about Cloud Wanderers, but double blow is by far the best weapon on Astoria. She will devastate entire waves in Nightmare just with her basic. It is just crazy when she goes first time, second time, third time, fourth time. It's crazy, okay? So double blow is very high in my list because it can create difference. And then we have boring stuff. AoE attack damage. I didn't see it as great, amazing. I mean, yes, sure. Let's say we can use it on Capfei, for example, and when we count on his third skill to just wipe the entire wave, sure, why not? And probably there are other characters with impressive AoE skill. But thing with AoE, it comes and goes, you spend the skill and then you have to fight without it, and then you have to wait. I don't know. Personally, I'm not so impressed with AoE attack damage, because the big reason for that is that many damage dealers are equally good with their single target attack and AoE attack. For example, Willow. Yes, you can... let me check if Willow is technically... her third skill is technically AoE. It should be. Or, I think it is. Let me see. On all enemies, okay? She performs 2 melee physical attacks on all enemies, which means it is AoE. And it is multi-attack, but never mind. It is AoE. So, yes, AoE main perk can be great for her, but also single target, second skill, it can be also great for her. I don't know. Time will tell. Maybe it is still too early, but for now, not only that I'm not impressed with AoE attack weapons, but even among my opponents, I didn't see anyone who, who would wreck me, and then I would check their account, and then I would see, oh, woo, They had very nice AoE attack damage weapon. That is why I lost. No, it didn't happen that way. So, yes, let's move on. Ability Gambit. Now, this may surprise you. Let's move Ability Gambit and let's move Counterattack damage. Let me update you right now. Okay, here it is. There, I did it. I believe Ability Gambit is more useful than Counterattack Chance. Why is that? Because even though I know that only few heroes are interested in wearing Ability Gambit, Corvus, Banshee, Grotto, I don't know, I've heard some stories about Omphis. I'm not sure about Omphis, but we can all agree that there is only few heroes that would use Ability Gambit. But you want to use it on highest level possible. So I'm not complaining when I'm getting epic Ability Gambit weapon. I say thank you when I get, if I get, and when I get legendary. I didn't get on this account. Only my wife, I think only my wife managed to get a golden Ability Gambit. When I get it, I will say thank you. Why? Because for those few characters, for example Banshee, I want perfect Ability Gambit. So that means I want to collect epics and try to fuse them for Banshee. And if that doesn't work, I'm willing to do something crazy and fuse 4 legendary Ability Gambits into 1 Ability Gambit for Banshee, but with the substats. So I need plenty of them in order to get a perfect thing for those few that would use it. While Counterattack Chance, you tell me, I don't see the use for it. I tried, I experimented, but you tell me, for counterattack, what is it? It's not Counterattack Chance. The name of that weapon or that ability is. Did I wrote it? Did I? No, I wrote it properly. Let me check in filters of weapons. It is Counterattack Chance. Excuse me, I'm a little tired, but I will sort it soon enough. Yes, Counterattack Chance. So, you tell me. How many heroes do you know that they are attracting damage to themselves, and that they are doing very strong counterattack? Who is most of the heroes who are doing taunt, for example, let's say Magnus, good old Magnus, I don't know where he is somewhere. Magnus is not hitting hard. Oh my god, I forgot his faction. He's ancient. For example, Magnus taunts, yes? But he doesn't hit very hard. So, how much profit I have from insisting that he counterattacks? I don't know. So, what is the requirement here? We need someone who is hitting very hard with basic, so that is requirement number 1. And then we need someone who attract attention, taunts or otherwise. For example, Sekmun manages to. Sekmun is a good example. Where is he? Sekmun have passive, and he can attract attention to himself, and he can invite opponents to hit him. You see, that is the hardest part. I have to convince opponents to hit me, and then I have to believe that my basic is worthy of it, and then now I will devastate them with my basic counterattack. I don't see it. And there is a third thing. Even though I find someone who will provoke opponents to attack them. Sekmun is very good at that. Rampart is another story. I'll talk about Rampart as well. So let's say we found someone who can get being hit, and then let's say they have useful basic. Even though if it doesn't hit too hard, maybe it has something useful. And even here, that something useful will be reduces the target initiative by 40%. But if someone is attacking me, that means their initiative is already 0. It's their turn. So when he counterattacks, that initiative will still be 0. So I have more use for his basic if it comes from support attack. Same goes for Ramford. Yes, Ramford has very good taunt, and he has decent basic attack, and he can do some damage with it, and he can apply slow. It's nice. But then again, it is triggering my OCD. He has natural ability to counterattack. So how can I know? Did he counterattack because of his own ability? And where is that ability? Let me check. Yeah, it is in Awakening. Rampart has 50% chance to counterattack. So now if I add counterattack chance on top of it, I will never know if it came from his own ability or if it came from artifact. But either way, it's hard to make a case where counterattack chance is just the thing you need. Oh, this is the most wanted. Yes. Oh, if only I could get golden counterattack chance. I don't think so. You let me know in the comments if you disagree, please. Feel free to disagree. This is just exchanging of opinions. And it is only an early phase. We are all learning and we are gathering experience, our own experience, and from talking with our friends. But so far, this is it. This is the tier list for weapon main perk for me, in my opinion. Okay, I already spent too much time here. Let's move to another tier list, and that is armor main perk. Let me just grab a little water. Okay, we are now on armor. AoE attack defense. I will put it at tier B. It is not bad, but again, I'm not afraid of AoE attack. I'm not afraid. Well, there is no many situations when my hero, which I want to protect, will be threatened by multiple AoE after AoE and then he's done. But it would make a difference if I was using AoE attack defense. No. Sure, I'm using AoE attack defense on Arcade. He is hidden most of the time. It is convenient. If he gets damage, probably he will get it from AoE, so fine. I'm using AoE attack defense simply because it doesn't make sense to use single target attack defense on him because he's hidden, but otherwise I would rather much use single target defense on everyone. Which brings me, press and hold, thank you, which brings me to single target defense. I put it as S tier because it is amazing. When you have single target defense on high rarity, they just have very hard time to kill you. It takes time, and in current meta, especially above 500k power, yes. Current meta is all about expiring time. Last weekend I lost 3 fights, I believe, due to expired time. And let me give you advice since I already mentioned it. If you are about to lose the fight in tournament due to expired time, make sure to give up the fight before time expires. That way game will count all targets you killed. It will count you as points. If your time expires, you will get 0 points. If you give up, you will get the points for enemies you killed. So keep that in mind. Now back to the topic. Single target defense is today one of the most toxic artifacts, together with heal over time. So let's just pull it. Together with heal over time, those are most wanted. When I have trouble with enemy, that means they are using either single target defense breastplate or they are using heal over time ring. Especially toxic today is Picky with the ring. Picky and Corvus with the ring, because they already have natural defense. They are not easy to kill as it is, so heal over time and ring on them is absolutely bringing it over the top. Single target defense is better for targets who are in jeopardy to be one-shotted. For example, I don't know, let's say you are going against someone who has power to one-shot you on the opening. Astoria can one-shot you on the opening. Even opponent Raymond can be pretty much devastating with his second skill if he gets to go first and opens it on you. Then sure, if you're afraid of burst damage before you set up your defenses, then yes, single target defense is better. Let me show you where I use what. You will see that breastplate and ring are my choices for my PvP characters. You see Corvus, ring. Okay, Raymond, he was in breastplate for a while. He was on single target defense, but I'm experimenting with this glove because he's healing others and he's playing with Aked, and Aked is pushing others turn meter. So I'm experimenting with him because Picky is the first target anyway. If Raymond is playing is Picky and I'm making sure he is, Picky is the main target, so Raymond is now allowed to experiment. If I start to play with him and without Picky, then yes, I will return to breastplate. Okay, Ghoul doesn't need, on Ghoul I prefer critical 0, but I'll get to it to another video. On Aked AoE attack defense. Okay, where are my people with, with all those breastplates and rings? Where are they? So yes, Picky, breastplate. Felicia, breastplate. Most of the, if you random pick, you see single target defense, breastplate. So many characters on my account and on my second account and on my wife's account, they most likely they have single target defense and it works great. So those are on top. Now Vampiric Fist. Yes, I like it. Vampiric Fist is great. It gives you opportunity to make your unit a healer. Just few days ago, I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I was playing. Yes, I know what was I playing. I was playing last node in the event Friendship is Magic. There we are. And I was using, let me see what I was using. I was using this theme. There is nothing special to this theme, by the way. Rhiannon is here to remove the buff if needed. Bright is here to heal, and those ladies, Banshee, Syrian, Oakley are here to kill. And what I discovered surprised me very much. At one point, my entire team was in red. And then it was Oakley turn. Everyone was in red about to die, okay? And then it was Oakley turn. She has Healing Glove, Vampiric Fist, and she used third skill, and just like that, Oakley healed my entire team to the maximum, you know? And when I saw that, I start to value Vampiric Feast perk very much. At that point, I knew, okay, this is something great. That means we can rely on some. But keep in mind, for Vampiric Feast to work, your character needs to have high crit rate. If you have high crit rate, either because of skill, either because of artifact, either because you have natural high crit rate on your hero, then Vampiric Feast can be good idea. It heals others. It's amazing. So yeah, I value it very much. And now is the time to upset people. I know one person, I know someone in my clan that he will be upset if he watches this video. Dot protection, I will put it on the bottom because it is so situational, you know. You have so many ways to remove debuffs. You have so many ways to protect your team from debuffs, to not get any debuff in the first place, let alone dot. So many ways to remove it, so many ways to protect from it, then I couldn't find the value. There is a borderline cases for the factions when they do not have natural protection, they do not have a way to remove buffs or to protect themselves from the buffs. I'm sorry. Like Guardians of the Order, maybe them. Maybe dot protection can work for Guardians if they are crazy enough to play against Renegades, for example. But this is such a extreme case. So yeah, when I see that I believe I got a few times dot protection golden immersion, and I was sad, you know. But never mind, I will fuse it. Sooner or later I will fuse it in a random fusion to make sure to get something else instead of dot protection, because yeah, I don't see use from. And the worst thing is if you get dot protection with good substats and you have to justify to use it, even though you could be better off with some other main perk. But there you go. I don't value dot protection very much because there are too many ways to protect yourselves from debuffs or to get rid of them. And then on the last slot we are having critical 0, and I will put it in here. There you go. Critical 0, also situational for damage dealers who have very low crit rate. Let me check my most obvious targets. You can tell me in the comments if you agree or not. But my obvious targets for critical 0 are Ghoul. His crit rate is 31. It is not. It could be worse, but personally I like critical 0 artifact on Ghoul, and I like to boost his damage even further with it. And another obvious target is Grotto. I removed it. I was afraid. Yes, I know. The dragon was killing me, so I started to use this one just to make the game more safe. But yeah, Grotto, look at him, crit rate 20. So if you want, for example, more damage on him, he's low crit rate, you want a damage boost, there you go, you put critical 0 and you boost his damage. Okay, now I'm done with 2 main tier lists, and the video is already long, so now I will give you a spoiler, because there is so many trash additional perks, so many useless additional perks, and they don't need to be useless, they could be okay, they could be good even. but you don't want good, you want the best, you know. And once you figure out what is the best, then everything else becomes trash. Just the way it is with medallion. Once we discovered, we most of the time we just want damage reduction, we want HP, and sometimes on damage dealers we want attack, and that's it. Suddenly everything else becomes trash. Now imagine if they gave us on medallions 10 or 20 more additional stats. It would be crazy to get exactly what we want. So now I will do something to save you some time. If you don't have time to watch further this video, I will make it short for you about additional substats, and this is what I do. I come to the filters. Let's imagine that I want to fuse all the blue. Okay, before I fuse all the blue items, I make sure to check death save, skip turn chance, and double turn chance. I believe those three are capable of doing serious change in how the game works. So before I fuse rare items and trash them, I make sure to lock every item with death save, every item with skip turn chance, and every item with double turn chance, because since the artifacts are released, the only the only situations where something weird was going on, when someone was winning and they shouldn't. Oh, look at this, I'm on 240, I need to use energy, never mind. Anytime when someone was winning and they shouldn't, it was because of double turn, it was because of skip turn, or it was because of death save, okay? So those are huge game changers there. So if you want to finish this with watching this video now, thank you for watching. But please, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe if you didn't already. And now for others who have more time, I will tell you why is the tier list for additional perks, why is it complicated, okay? It becomes very complicated. They did something very, very weird. They did something which is not, I don't know, maybe I have OCD. I don't know. Where is it? But it is not logical to me. So, look at this. First few additional perks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe first 5. They are all for weapons and armors. They can appear both on weapon and armor, okay? Fine. But then, suddenly, from chance to avoid initiative and all the way to, let me see my papers, all the way to maximum speed and posthumous recognition, suddenly they do not appear on weapons. Okay, so now this group is only for armor. And then after that, now check this out. It is weird to me, but okay, I believe devs, they had their system, I don't know, their decision-making process, but then we have another group from multi-attack damage all the way to support attack damage, and it appears both, you can see, both in weapons and armors. And then after that, from reflected damage, you can find it only in weapon, and there is 0 of it in armor. Tell me if you knew this, and tell me if there is somewhere where they listed it, it would be nice to know if they gave us some info about it. I just discovered it when I was doing tier list, I discovered it just recently. And yes, so now it is hard to do it, but let's try it, okay? It complicates things. Now I need to do, for example, let's start with weapon additional perk. If we try to organize this, I have to include those who are appearing both in weapons and armors, and then in fourth tier list, I need to include those again. But never mind, let's do it. Let's do it one by one. Shield. Okay, this time, as I said, there is too many trash abilities. I will not comment too much because it will be again longer than 1 hour. So let me just do fast arranging, and we will rearrange it at the end if needed. So shield reduction, trash. Let's put it for start here. I will trash, because if I want to deal with shields, I will either remove them with skill or I will ignore them with characters that can ignore shields. And I don't remember when was the part of the strategy to hit to damage the shields, In my opinion, trash. Chance to avoid dot, okay. I believe that can be somewhat useful. Please do not be emotional. I know some of these abilities could be nice, but like I said, once you discover what is great, what is game changer, you don't want nice anymore. You want the best, okay? So don't be emotional. I didn't say chance to avoid dot is useless, but it is not game changer for me for now. Healing failure, oh, trash. I don't know. That skill, it's betting on you. You have to bet that you will miss. You will miss your target, and then you will heal. It is betting against yourself. No, that's safe. Top tier. That's safe. Game changer. S tier. Counter attack for dot could be useful, but it is very situational. I will put it, for now, I will put it on C, just because of current meta, because Devourer, Void Gunner and Corvus Renegades, Renedemons are very popular, so I believe some of the players in the current meta are using this counterattack for dot to counter dots. Okay, multi-attack damage, and now we are cooking. Multi-attack damage is not something please let me move it. B or A, let's put it for now at A, okay, and then we will remove it down if needed. But multi-attack damage, it is not so situational. You don't need to create circumstances on the field or with your opponent. You either know that you have multi-attack damage or you don't have it. It's simple. And if you have it, you will be very pleased when you boost it. When you boost Astoria, when you boost Siri, when you boost Impus, and so on and so on. Multi-attack damage is nice. Increased... Oh, wait a minute. I was commenting on shield reduction like it is increased shield damage. Now, shield reduction is different type of trash. So, please, okay. Increased shield damage, I thought I was talking about that when I was talking about shield reduction, but so let me comment now. Shield reduction. What is it even? Shield reduction. Let me remember. Shield reduction. Oh yeah, it. Let me read it. If I don't know it, then it means I don't need it. Shield reduction. Let me read it somewhere. Shields received by enemies are reduced by certain percent. Yeah, again, like I said, either I have a way to damage through shield or I have a way to remove shield. And I don't remember when I needed to base my strategy on artifact to do so I could deal with the shield. So no, I don't think so. Buff ban chance. Now I like buff ban chance very much, as you can see, and I like healing ban. Healing ban chance. Yes. Now maybe healing ban chance is a little bit better than buff ban chance, because I had a few fights, plenty of fights, when I was waiting and waiting, just proc this healing ban chance, and then I was able to finish, to execute my strategy, to execute my main opponent. I don't remember when I was praying gods of RNG for buff ban chance to land. Even though buff ban chance is very nice, I have to think about it. Buff ban chance is also very nice. Let's say I start my character, my hero is starting before Willow, and I attack Willow while I have a chance before she is hidden, and I land buff ban chance, and tada! Willow is now crippled. She cannot hide, she cannot provide additional damage because she is hidden. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure. Buff ban chance could be A or B, either way. Let's move. Counter attack damage. Situational. I don't like it. I don't like counter attack damage. I don't know why. I like it on one person. But you see, only on one person. I don't know, and I don't know if I used on that hero counter attack damage, and that is Oakley. Let me see. No, I went for multi attack damage here. Okay, but she was candidate for. She was great candidate for counter attack damage because she has special mojo. She is counter attacking like crazy, yes, but I do not have. No. What am I doing? I don't need flail. I need counter attack in here. Counter damage. This. You see, I don't have anything special. If I would have, if only there is 3 matches with this Vampiric Fist, and if I could only unlock the 3rd row with 70% counterattack damage for Oakley, that would be amazing. That would be crazy, okay? But see, it's situational. It's for her, and who else? Who else is known as damage dealer who counterattacks a lot, and where would you get additional value? Siri. Okay, Siri is another example. Let me see if I have any counterattack. No, I went for multi-attack damage in here. Do I have counter? No. But you see, I could work on her, and I could find some counter-attack damage there as well. Maybe I was not fair. Maybe, you know what? Let's move it here. Yes. It's not fair for counterattack damage boost to be in the same line as healing failure. There. Support attack damage. Okay. Now, how many heroes are doing support attack damage? Now here is the thing, because main weapon support attack chance is so popular and so useful, then only because of that we have plenty of heroes who are supporting with their attack, who are performing support attack, even though if it's not their own natural ability. And then support attack damage can get, because of that, it has increased value in my opinion. So I will put it at C. Okay, let's move it faster because really there are so many trash substats here. Reflect damage, what is it? Reflect damage. Ah, yes, when they hit you and then they get some damage. I don't know, I don't remember when D or E. I'll put it on A. I don't remember that I ever looked into artifact and say, ooh, I will write in the filter, I want to find, I must have reflect damage, and then no. But speaking of must have, and here we go, main star, skip turn chance. Oh my god, this is crazy. Skip turn chance is amazing. Just today, my friend Crystal told me that she was playing difficulty 3 with Cloud Wanderers, and she didn't have to pay for healing kits because even on blue artifacts she used so many skip turn chance all over the place, all over across her heroes, and it adds up. And when the opponent is sleeping, it's easy. It's very easy, you know, especially if you are fast, if you are generated turns faster, if you're applying slow. And when you put skip turn chance on top of it, it becomes just too much and overwhelming for opponent. And that is the way how you can deal with much stronger opponent than yourself. That is why skip turn chance is S tier, because it can allow you to win even though you shouldn't. Ally speed up is nice. I'm all about speed. I love it. So I will put it at B. Double turn chance, I will put it in A. It is great, it is amazing, but not as amazing as skip turn chance or that save. Even though it can change the outcome of the fight, I believe skip turn chance and that save deserve to be on top. Frenzy limit, I believe you get something with speed when you are low on HP. That is betting against yourself. I do not bet against myself, so trash on the bottom. Initial assault, I like it for blitz teams. To have it, or to have it multiple times in someone who is trying to execute the opponent in the opening. For example, when you try to do it with Cloud Wanderers, or if you try to do it with who is fast? Assassins, and even Rena Demons. They can try to execute you fast. So initial assault between B or C, I would say B. There. I will go with this for now, but I will hear your comments and then I'm open to rearrange it as needed, okay? It's almost 1 hour. One more tier list is left to do, so let's not... let's keep it this way. It is nice. And the last one. Now I'm really already tired. I'll try to make it fast. We have some repeating ones, yes. Like I said, some of them appear in both weapons and armor, so I'm using them again. So shield reduction, if I remember correctly, it was trash there, it will be trash here. Chance to avoid dot, same here. Or was it here or there? I will rearrange it later. Let's just... Healing failure again, trash. Doesn't matter if it's D or E. You just look at this. You will just don't want to see that. Dead save again. Dead save. Let's see. In previous tier list, dead save is competing with skip turn. No. Now this time, let's see if dead save have some competition in armor section, armor category. Counter attack for dot, situational, trash, chance to avoid initial reduction. Yeah, situational. I don't like it at all, to be honest. Reflected damage defense. Okay, maybe you can have some use for it against specific situations, but again, it's too situational. Initiative reduction. Now, this is something I like. Let's put it here. It's not skip turn, but it is on the way. Initiative reduction, and I will think about it. Maybe it deserves A, because if skip turn in weapon section, if skip turn was so valuable, then initiative reduction could be as well addition to it. So I will think about it. I need to see what else we have here, and then I will decide about initiative reduction, because I have to be honest, I didn't pay attention too much. I didn't think of it enough, and now I think about if I'm organizing my team in the way that they should overwhelm my opponents with spamming skip turn, then I should also think about to even increase that idea, and to follow it up with even more reductions. So skip turn plus initial reduction could be. Let me put this on A. Yeah. The more I talk about it, the more I think I have to rearrange my artifacts. This is underrated, or at least I underestimated it. Debuff removal chance. Okay. Now this. Up few days ago, if you asked me about debuff removal chance, I would say trash. And then I saw latest meta, and I saw something very toxic. You can find, there is a team in my wife's account, in my wife's arena. She plays up against some combination of Corvus hybrid. They are not pure Rene demons. They have Arcade, Corvus, I believe Corvus, Devourer, Arcade, Peaky, and I don't know. Summon. Ghoul, I believe Ghoul. Okay. So what is the problem there? Peaky has golden ring. You cannot kill her. Believe me, you cannot kill her. I know for assassins, Peaky is not the problem. For Great Willow. But my wife doesn't have great assassins. So when fighting with her own version of Corvus hybrid team, she can't kill Peaky, and then she has to attack someone else. But someone else, for example Raymond, she kills Raymond, and Raymond has 39% chance to remove the buff. Then I watched further. Ghoul has also the buff removal chance. Arcade has also the buff removal chance. Corvus doesn't need the buff removal chance because he has natural ability to shake off the buff. And there you go, you can't kill them. Time expires. You can't kill Peaky because she has golden ring, which is crazy. And you can't, even Raymond can stop that, because Raymond passive works on abilities and skills, and it doesn't work on artifacts. So you can't stop her from healing, you can't kill her, you can't burst damage on her. No, it doesn't work. She just heals. And then you try other targets, and imagine if they are stacked with the buff removal chance. So this is A tier. only because of Picky, only because disgusting Picky and current meta, only because of her, debuff removal chance is making her probably one of the best. It is not popular when you say that one hero is the best of all in entire game. Yeah, you can only get into the fight with someone when you do that. But Picky is nasty, and because of her, this statistic, this additional perk is making her crazy. That means that her revives are permanent. Her targets, when she revives them, they will shake off the buff. So only because of that, this is so high. Let's move on. You see, I said I will just rush this. I will just speed it up and look how long I talk about the buff removal chains. But I think some of you may find it interesting, so yeah, it's worth mentioning. We are not doing tier list and we are not talk about artifacts every day. So what if it is over 1 hour? Let's move on. Cooldown removal chains. I like it. Cooldown removal chains. Let's put it here. B. Maximum speed up. What is maximum speed up? What is maximum speed up? Let me check. I'm tired and it's better to be sure, because there are two perks and I'm confusing them sometimes. There is LS speed up, which I like, and there is maximum speed up. Let me check. Why I'm not there? It is. Let me check maximum speed up. When the hero drops to 30%, oh, okay, yeah. It is betting against myself. I do not bet against myself. So, trash. There you go. Posthumous recognition, for now, it is enigma to me. I didn't play very much with it, so I will put it at C. Just because I didn't find many use for it, it doesn't mean that use doesn't exist, because I believe some nasty things can be done with posthumous recognition, and if I play, and over time I will get more options. I don't have test server. I only have my friends, and we share ideas together, and then I test some things, they test some things. It takes time. So, by the way, thanks to all of my friends who are helping me, and thank you for all of your feedback, and thank you for testing things for me when I'm not sure. So yeah, posthumous recognition is one of the things that needs to be further tested. For now, I will put it at C, but I think it can be very interesting if you use it on purpose. You can make a speed monster of someone, and then you can make them solo everything. I believe it can be done. It can be useful in a very nasty way, and when I get a chance to test it myself, when I get a good artifact on proper target, on proper hero with high chance, with a high percentage, yeah, I will try it. Multi-attack damage, as we said, very good. We will see if I will put it, yes, A, it will be A. Increase shield damage again, trash. Buff bench chance, very nice. I didn't see it very often in let's put it at B. In armors, mostly I have it on weapons. Healing bench chance, I will put it on A. Counter-attack damage, again, situational, very situational. I don't like it very much, really. And support attack damage, okay, it's less situational because like I said, we have weapon, very popular weapon that gives you support attack chance. So let me see if I would put someone in S tier from here. Probably healing band chance. Probably healing band chance. Now this looks much better. And I would put maximum speed over those trash on the bottom. Okay, I will go with this. I will go with this. Like I said, many times I had a fight when I was waiting and waiting and waiting for healing band to proc, and then I was able to finish it and to execute my idea. So I value healing band chance very much. So those were the 4 tier lists. If you need to screenshot them or something, let me present them one by one. So this is weapon main perk. This is armor main perk. I hope I did a good job in organizing this. Maybe we do not agree on how I distribute those grades, but at least I try to organize it so it doesn't end up crammed up in the one tier list. And this is weapon additional perk with death save and skip turn chance on the top. And this is the armor additional perk with death save and healing band chance on the top. There you go. Thank you for watching. I will try to follow up as soon as possible with additional videos. They will not be as long as this one. This was the hardest, and I will follow up with my recommendations for Cloud Wanderers that will be in one video, and then witches and guardians and assassins, and then I will probably talk about other factions or heroes as well. So stay tuned, and I will see you in another video. Bye.